everybody! I'm here today to tell you where collisions happen most often. And since this is a high collision place, you have to be extra cautious whenever you approach this type of place or whenever you pass through this type of place. Without further ado, let's get right into it. This is where collisions happen most often. The legendary place is intersections. Okay? Collisions happen most often at intersections and in intersections and right before or after intersections. If you look, I can tell you one thing, okay? I don't know what the stats are in terms of like a super study, but one thing that I've noticed is out of every accident that I've seen, almost every single one of them has happened at an intersection or right near an intersection. And it's for a very simple reason. It is the highest chance of a collision happening because there's so much going on and you need to react very quickly most of the time. You see, when you're driving on a main road and you're not at an intersection, okay, and someone in front of you slams their brakes, all that you got to do is slam your brakes too. And if you're following at the proper following distance, then you're probably going to brake on time. But when you are doing the same thing in an intersection, well, all of a sudden people are turning left, people are turning right, people are going in either direction, you have pedestrians involved too that you have to avoid. There's just a lot more going on, okay? So I would actually like to know about a study, about a study that was actually done, and I would like to know the results, but just from my personal knowledge and my personal little assessment of all of the accidents that I've seen, pretty much every single one of them has happened at an intersection. You also have people going in different directions. When you're driving on a road, you got people going this way, people going this way. Not much is happening. When there's an intersection, well, then you have people turning right and left that are going this way, and then right and left that are going this way. So it's it's a different kind of monster, as they say. Okay, so basically intersections in their nature are super dangerous, and I'll tell you why. Because you are essentially relying on people following the rules. Now let me explain something to you. When you drive through an intersection, okay, the thing that lets you drive through there comfortably is you know, or you hope, that people are going to stop at the red lights going in the opposite direction, going perpendicular to you. Now, let's say the person doesn't stop. Well, then you're going to get T-boned, right? And you're relying on them following the rules. Also, what helps you is the fact that if they T-bone you, they're also getting into an accident. So they have their own onus on avoiding accidents as well. Same thing with a stop sign. It's not just about lights. It's about a stop sign too. You're pulling up to a stop sign and you see someone slowing down and, and you start to go because you're like, oh, I guess they're going to stop. You're assuming that they're going to stop. If they just keep driving, you're going to get hit, right? So you are relying on people following the rules, and by their nature, because there's so much going on, they are super dangerous. Now, am I telling you to just all of a sudden be afraid of every intersection in the world? No. Do not do that. Relax. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. Hopefully, I don't know if that made you rest assured, but just relax. If someone else says that to me when I'm like all hypertensive, relax. It's gonna be okay, Mike. Okay, no problem. So just relax. It's gonna be okay. What I am telling you to do though is scan the intersection before you go through. Don't just assume that people are stopped. Make sure people are stopped before you go through. Look at what's happening in every direction. Okay? In the intersection before you go through, and be extra attentive in the intersection before you go through. And even once you've cleared the intersection, check your mirrors for a quick moment to see what's happening behind you, because someone might have turned that wasn't behind you before and now they're behind you. Maybe they're speeding, maybe they're following really closely. We don't know. Anything can happen, but the nature of intersections is conducive to actually collisions happening, to accidents happening. And that's why you have to be extra careful, because intersections literally facilitate accidents. And that's because it's, people don't follow the rules and people don't pay attention. It's as simple as that. I mean, it's that simple. If we all knew what everyone else was doing, we'd be fine. If every car was autopilot and the autopilot worked perfectly, communicating with the other autopilot cars, it would be perfectly fine, because every car would know what every other car was doing. Okay? But we're humans. We're not robots. We're not autopilots. And that's why we have to be extra careful at intersections. And that's it. That's where collisions happen most often. So please be extra cautious. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.